Welcome back, everybody, to the Jacksonville Jaguars franchise here on Madden 21 for the PlayStation 5. As today, we have the AFC Championship traveling to Cincinnati, Ohio to take on the Bengals for a possible chance at making the Super Bowl. Last time we beat the Bills 38-31 in the divisional round, led by this high-octane offense, which is just red hot right now. Our rookie quarterback, Koko Nwosu, with two of the best games of his career here these past 2 weeks in the postseason. And running back R.J. Ewell has really played well here down the stretch of this season. I mean, our offense is led by a pair of rookies, and I think our offense has what it takes right now to win a Super Bowl. The only problem is I don't know if I can say the same about the defense. Our defense was the strength of the team the first half of the season, but as the years gone along, the defense has played a lot worse. Myles Jack still not yet cleared to play. He will be cleared to play if we do make the Super Bowl, so that's good. Obviously, no more David Njoku, Casey Shock for the rest of the year, along with the other guys on IR. So it's a very unlikely group of teams here in the top four, as in the Bengals in the AFC, Falcons and Giants in the NFC. The Falcons and Giants are the two last teams to pick number one overall, and now they're competing for a Super Bowl. The Giants made the Super Bowl last year, and if the Falcons were to win today, it'd be the second straight season where the team picking number one overall would immediately make the Super Bowl the following year, which is kind of crazy. So obviously today we are taking on the Bengals. They're a well-rounded team. They have a very strong run defense, which could be a problem for our high-octane rushing offense. They have a few starters on defense injured today in B.J. Hill and Chris Harris, but the big thing we have to focus on is their offense. The dynamic duo of Joe Burrow and Joe Mixon, one of the top backfields in the NFL. Burrow with 4 touchdowns last week against the defending champion Baltimore Ravens. Mixon with 125 yards and a touchdown of his own. So Joe Burrow now a 90 overall, if you count morale, 87 in true talent. He has certainly had quite a solid career so far for the Bengals. He has thrown a lot of interceptions through 3 seasons, but he is one of the best quarterbacks in the league. And this Bengals team has quickly transformed from a bottom feeder to a legit contender. Joe Mixon is one of the NFL's elite running backs, coming off a season in which he had his career high in yards and touchdowns. And this Bengals team is a lot different than real life. There are a lot of new faces. They have spent a ton of money these past few seasons, most notably signing Von Miller this past offseason, who had 10.5 sacks this year. They have a few other veterans who they've spent a lot of money on, guys like Mark Andrews, Braden Smith, Richard Sherman in the secondary. I mean, this Bengals team looks so much different to what they are in real life and so much better. Richard Sherman especially is still one of the top corners in the NFL. Had 4 interceptions this year for the Bengals. Nice amount of solo tackles there at 69. But this roster is really solid. They still have a lot of their young players who they've built around guys like Tyler Boyd, Kazuo Artemis, T. Higgins, Jesse Bates. So they have still managed to keep their core. Their backfield is incredible. And, of course, they've spent a lot of money for veterans. Their special teams is also very interesting. They have Volker Gantz at kicker and Federico Hernandez-Rios at punter, 2 players who we drafted. Federico Hernandez-Rios we picked this past season, Volker Gantz the year before. Obviously, they didn't really work out with us, or at least not yet. Wink, wink. But our special teams is really good the way it is, and picking those 2 proved to be very unnecessary. So let's get this one underway. The AFC Championship here at Paul Brown Stadium. The top seed at 11-5 Cincinnati Bengals, led by quarterback Joe Burrow, taking on the 9-7 6-seeded Jacksonville Jaguars, led by the rookie dynamic duo of Koko Nwosu and R.J. Ewell. The Jaguars were the 6th seed, as I said, this year. They've won 2 road playoff games already in Houston and in Buffalo. Can they win another road playoff game, but this time in Cincinnati, for a spot to make the big game, the Super Bowl? The Jaguars have never made the Super Bowl in their history. The Bengals have never won a Super Bowl in their history. Falcons and Giants both with Super Bowl wins in their storied franchises. So Jacksonville will be starting on offense. Here comes out Koko Nwosu here in a very snowy AFC Championship. I don't believe Koko has played in the snow yet, so keep that in mind. First down, nice pass for J.K. Dobbins, the Ohio State alum, returning to the state where he played his college ball, getting 11. 3rd and 3. Coco, short pass, it's caught by Zeke Bowman for the first down. Bowman had a very interesting week last week. He had a great touchdown. Then a few drives later, he fumbled it on the 1-yard line, and he then recovered the onside kick to win the game. So Zeke Bowman did a lot of things, good and bad, last week. RJU will lose his 2. It's the first-round rookie, Clarence Priester, out of Georgia, who brings him down. 2nd and 12. Now, nice pass over to Zeke Bowman down the field. Brings it to the 26-yard line. Good start here for Zeke Bowman, the second-year pro out of Westlake, who's done a great job of stepping up with Casey Schock injured throughout this postseason. 3rd and 6. Coco has nobody to throw it to, but there's also no pass rush. He's eventually going to get rid of it. Excellent coverage there by the Bengals. So here's the field goal unit, a 39-yard field goal attempt for Josh Lambeau. It is good, and Jacksonville will strike first, a 4-minute drive, resulting in a field goal, and the Jags will lead it 3-0. So here is the Bengals, led by Burrow and company, starting at the 23-yard line. It's a toss to the right side for Joe Mixon. Nice juke. He still loses 2 to open up the game. Ronnie Harrison, who had his best game of the year last week, brings him down for a loss of 2. 3rd and 13 now for Cincinnati. Burrow looking to throw it. He's going to go up the middle, and he connects with David Moore for a first down, getting 22 yards. Not the headline name on this receiving corps, but still very talented glue guy on this offense. 3rd and 7 now from the 45. Joe Burrow looking to throw it. He's going to take a shot deep for Boyd, and it's broken up by Zaire Wiggins. Jacksonville gets a stop. Good start so far on both sides of the ball for the Jaguars. Their offense has it back. 3rd and 6. Coco under pressure connects with an open man. It's the tight end, Daniel Romer, who had a touchdown last week. He brings it to the 46. Coco with a very nice amount of passing yards at 69. Nice. Now at the 46. 2nd and 10. Dobbins is smothered in the backfield, as neither Dobbins nor Ewell have gotten off to a great start today. That was Brandon Graham, the veteran, another veteran player who the Bengals have paid big money to. Brings him down. 3rd and 13, a strike over to DJ Chark, who's able to hang on with it. Nice catch by Chark, and that'll do it for the first quarter. Jacksonville looking good early. They lead 3-0. Certainly plenty of time left to go, but Jacksonville appears to be the better team so far today. We'll see if that holds up throughout the rest of the game. 3rd and 2 at the 23. Coco has no time to throw it. He is sacked. Brandon Graham, the long-time Philadelphia Eagle, brings down the quarterback. That could knock Jacksonville out of field goal range. They're still going to go for the kick, though. A 51-yard attempt for Lambeau. This one is short. That's what she said, and to be specific, that's what she told me. No good. Did not have the distance. Few inches shy. And it looked like it was a little bit wide to the right as well. So it will remain 3-0. Bengals back on offense. Not a great start for Cincinnati's offense. And right as I say that, nice run here for Joe Mixon. Wrapped up by the 4th-year pro out of Duke, Joe Giles Harris. Now at the 42, it is 2nd and 3. Burrow looking to throw it. He's going to connect into the hands of T. Higgins, the 3rd-year man out of Clemson. Wrapped up at the 27-yard line, and the Bengals are now starting to get into an offensive groove. 2nd and 4. Burrow with a strike inside the 5 to the 2-yard line. That's David Moore who makes the play, former Seahawk. Since he is inching very close to this end zone, 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. Burrow gonna look to throw it. Former number 1 overall pick out of LSU gonna scramble his way into the end zone for a touchdown. I know C.J. Henderson had to play zone there, but Henderson made a pretty bad play by just standing in the end zone, not really going towards Burrow. Could have gotten a stop there, as it is now 7-3. Phillip Lindsay with the handoff. He gets a nice gain. Lindsay obviously certainly getting limited touches compared to last year, but he's still making the most of whenever he has the ball in his hands. DJ Reader, the big D tackle, injured on the play for the Bengals. R.J. Ewell now with the handoff, a 4th-round rookie out of ECU, who has not looked like a 4th-round rookie in this postseason. Gets a nice run there. Ewell has had a quiet game today so far. The Bengals' run defense has been really impressive. 3rd and 10. Coco with a strike into the hands of Bowman. Down the field. He's going to be brought down inside the 5 for a gain of 34 yards. Big play on 3rd down, mind you, from Coco to Bowman. And Jacksonville is getting very close to the end zone. First and goal, J.K. all day. Touchdown. Jacksonville, the Jags regain the lead. It's Dobbins with the score. And it is now 10-7 with just over 3 minutes left to go in the first half. Certainly a more low-scoring game than Jacksonville's first two playoff games. The defense is looking better, but the offense is looking worse for the Jags. 3rd and 2 for Cincinnati. Play action fake. Burrow looking to throw it, and again, he's going to run for the first down, wrapped up at the 31-yard line. Joe Burrow has very underrated mobility. I mean, he has some wheels. He can move out of the pocket. 2-minute warning here in the first half. 10-7 your score. Jags on top, but the Bengals had the ball with all 3 timeouts from the 31. Burrow with a short throw here for Mark Andrews, who breaks the tackle. Gets the first down to the 44. Burrow, a very nice 6 of 9 on the day. Burrow has a wide open man downfield. It's Mixon to the 27. He was uncovered that entire play for a gain of 30. I don't know what Jacksonville's defense was doing there. Now from the 23, 3rd and 7, under a minute to go now in this quarter. As again, it's Joe Mixon with a big reception for a Cincinnati Bengals first down. They have it inside the 10, getting very close to the end zone. 2nd and 3, Burrow looking to throw it, and he will connect with Tyler Boyd for the score. A rushing touchdown and a passing touchdown in the first half for Joe Burrow. And Cincinnati takes the lead with 30 seconds left in the half. Jacksonville trying to do some last-second damage. They have 2 timeouts as Coco connects with Daniel Romer. And the Jags now have it at the opposing 45. They actually have a chance to score here before halftime. Down to 1 timeout now. 2nd and 10. 10 seconds to go. Short throw here for Dobbins. He's going to try to run out of bounds, and he does with 4 seconds to go. So the Jags are going to try to go for a quick pass here, as it is caught by Chark, but he is tackled after the clock hit 0. I think the goal on that play was to get a quick throw and try to get into field goal range, but the Jags would be unsuccessful, and that'll do it for the first half. We've got ourselves a tight one, 14-10. Your score, the Bengals on top of Jacksonville. Cincinnati does start the second half on offense, but this is still anybody's game. Joe Burrow's been pretty solid so far for the Bengals, so has Joe Mixon. And the Bengals' run defense has been really impressive. Jacksonville's had a lot of trouble running the ball so far. R.J. Ewell and J.K. Dobbins have both been quiet. Going into the second half, the Bengals have 3 things you need in a football game: the lead, the ball, and the momentum. But they're not going to keep those things. Burrow loses the ball on the strip sack. K'Lavon Chaisson makes the play. Chaisson not only brings down his former college teammate on the sack, but forces and recovers the fumble. What a play for K'Lavon Chaisson, who's had a great season this year. Got to look at this replay again. Chaisson has been quiet in the playoffs, but he makes a gigantic defensive play that totally flips the momentum of this game. Jacksonville starts in the red zone. Dobbins with a gain of 11 and a first down. 3rd and goal now from the 1. Back to Dobbins. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jags now not only take the lead, but they take away all of Cincinnati's momentum. And Jacksonville is now up by 3. What a huge defensive play by Chaisson. And the Jaguars will answer off of the turnover, getting the touchdown. 2 scores today for J.K. Dobbins. And it is now 17-14. Bengals back on offense. Here's Mixon with a nice run of a 46, wrapped up by the rookie safety, Julius Williams, but not before getting a nice first down. Following play now, Burrow scrambling, and he is sacked again. K'Lavon Chaisson, have yourself a 3rd quarter. 2 sacks here in this quarter for K'Lavon Chaisson. Of course, Chaisson was part of that LSU National Championship team that Joe Burrow led a few years back. 3rd and 17, the screen is incomplete. Remember how I said the Bengals started with the second half of the ball, the lead, and the momentum? Well, 3 minutes later, Jacksonville has all of those things. As Dobbins loses 3 on the play, but Von Miller is injured for Cincinnati. That is very bad news for the Bengals. Miller going to the locker room, grabbing his wrist, so knowing this game, he likely injured his leg, because that's how EA works. 2nd and 13 now. Coco looking to throw it. He had an open man. Chark was wide open on that play. I don't know why he dumped it off for Chanel, who loses 2. That's Laviska Chenault's first catch of the day. He's been quiet. 3rd and 16 now. Coco looking to throw it, and he will be incomplete, just trying to avoid the safety. So a big stop there from the Bengals, and both defenses are looking very impressive here in the 3rd quarter. Cincinnati has it back. 6 minutes to go in said quarter. 3rd and 10 from their own 42. Burrow under pressure. He is hit by Josh Allen, who is injured on the play. So both teams now lose their best pass rushers for most likely the rest of the game. 3rd and 9. Coco ran with it a little bit too late. He is pushed out of bounds by Jermaine Pratt. Bengals get the stop. That'll force the punt. And another pair of 3-and-outs from both sides, as these two defenses continuing to dominate here in the 3rd quarter. Cincinnati's offense trying to pick it up. Nice first down there for T. Higgins, wrapped up by Harrison. 2nd and 3 now from the 45. Burrow up the middle for a wide open Tyler Boyd. Jacksonville leaves him uncovered. He gets it to the 30, wrapped up by Henderson and Williams. Nice play for Tyler Boyd, who's had a pretty good game, getting some of his snaps from the outside, some of them from the inside. Tyler Boyd is just so versatile and one of the most underrated players in this league. Another 3rd down conversion there. T. Higgins gets 4, but that's all he needs to keep the drive going, as the Bengals now have it at the 17. Burrow, a strike, back to Higgins, inside the 5 to the 3. And Cincinnati is marching 4th. They were getting very close to the end zone. 1st and goal. Mixon with the handoff. He bounces off his blocker and finds the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. And Joe Mixon will get the Bengals the lead back with a minute to go in the 3rd quarter. A big drive there from Cincinnati. 30 minutes down, 10 to go. 20-17, Bengals on top for a chance to make the Super Bowl. Who will hold on here in the 4th quarter? I think I said the Bengals had 20. They actually have 21. Excuse me. 3rd down, nice conversion there for R.J. Ewell. 3rd and 10 now at the 48. Coco scrambling with it. Hopes he gets lucky, and he does. He was under a ton of pressure and just kind of heaved it up. But Zeke Bowman was open at the right place at the right time. A big conversion for Bowman. And the Jags do have it in field goal range. Zeke Bowman with now over 100 receiving yards on the day. His 2nd career game with over 100 receiving yards. His first one was a playoff game last year. Remember the win against Cleveland in the wild card round. 3rd and 11, a huge run for Coco. Gain of 23 yards for the 2nd round pick out of Michigan State, bringing it to the 2. Huge run by Coco, and Jacksonville has a chance to regain the lead as it's a handoff for R.J. Ewell. Touchdown, Jacksonville. 3 rushing scores today for the Jags, 2 for Dobbins, 1 for Ewell, as he is dancing in the end zone, 24-21. Jags lead with 7 and change to go, as here's Mark Andrews with a nice play. It's been a quiet game for Mark Andrews. He does get 22 there. But obviously, it's no secret Jacksonville does struggle in covering opposing tight ends. It seems like they only do well against really good tight ends like Mark Andrews, which is kind of odd. 1st and 10 up the middle for a wide open Joe Mixon. Mixon and Andrews were wide open on that play. Jacksonville did not do a good job of covering the middle of the field. Nice play there for Mixon, and the Bengals are already in field goal range, and we're only a few plays into the drive. From the 32, Burrow back up the middle for Mark Andrews. He's starting to heat up. The longtime Raven brings it to the 14. I say long time. He was only there for like 4 years. But, I mean, he was there for a majority of his career so far. From the 14, handoff for Mixon. He cuts to the outside and gets it to the 1. Joe Mixon really playing well here down the stretch. He only has 9 carries, but he's had a nice game in the air as well. 2nd and goal, under 5 to go. Mixon with the handoff. Spin move into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. These two offenses really struggled early in the 2nd half, but now these two offenses are playing really well. 28-24, under 5 minutes to go. A huge opportunity here for the rookie, Coco Nwosu, to potentially send his team to the Super Bowl at just 20 years old. Coco on 1st down under a ton of pressure, but Shark is wide open. And the Jags, 2 plays into this drive, are already in field goal range. Shark brings it to the 34, although I'm not thinking that Jacksonville is really considering a field goal right now. They're down by 4. I think all they're thinking about is a touchdown. 1st down, Coco for the end zone. It's picked by Jesse Bates. I think Coco saw that Zeke Bowman was open, but he threw it too late. Jacksonville just tried to rush a big play, a rookie mistake there from the 20-year-old quarterback, and Jacksonville turns it over, so the Bengals now in the driver's seat. They have a chance to clinch a spot in the Super Bowl on this drive. Gain of 20 for T. Higgins. Not a great start to the drive for Jacksonville's defense, and this game is being put in the hands of the defense. Jacksonville has to get a stop here, or else their season is over. First down. Nice stop there for Rashawn Babineau. Mixon loses 2. Jacksonville calls timeout number 1. The 2-minute warning has not happened, though. Keep in mind, there's still 2:18 to go, but the Jags are just starting to use their timeouts now. 2nd and 12. Mixon with the handoff. He gets the first. Huge gain for Cincinnati. He gets it inside the 50 to the 49. Jaguars call timeout number 2. 2:12 to go from the 49. First down for the Bengals. Mixon again with the handoff. He shrugs off a defender and gets around 9. Jags call their 3rd and final timeout. Jacksonville's chances of winning this game are looking less and less. Their defense has to come up clutch here. 2nd and 1 from the 40. Final play before the 2-minute warning. Mixon is stopped. Bleep Fryerwood, the rookie from Manitoba, Canada, brings him down. And that brings us to the 2-minute warning. 3rd and 2 at the 42. This is it. If the Bengals get a first down, it's game over. The biggest play of the season, of the series thus far. Burrow looking to throw it. He has Mixon open for a first down. Jacksonville trying to have Mixon score so they can still have a mathematical shot. But Mixon stumbles inbounds to the 8. And that is how this game will end. The Bengals sideline knows that Jacksonville is out of chances. The Bengals in victory formation, and Cincinnati will be representing the AFC in Super Bowl 57, and the Cinderella season for the Jacksonville Jaguars has come to a close. A very unfortunate end. Jacksonville had chances to win this game. This wasn't some blowout. The Jags were really playing well from start to finish in this game, but it was not enough. The 1-seeded Cincinnati Bengals will be making the big game. I mean, could you have really expected an AFC Championship appearance from this Jaguars team this year? This was such a successful season. We know we have our franchise quarterback in Coco Nwosu, who's just had a phenomenal postseason run. Hell, we might even have our franchise backfield. I was not expecting R.J. Ewell to have really such an impact on this team. Both quarterbacks played well, in my opinion. This was Coco's worst playoff game, but that doesn't say a whole lot because he's been so good in the postseason. Coco wasn't bad today. He just didn't take over the game. Burrow was very good. So was Joe Mixon. 15 carries, 79 yards, 2 touchdowns. Our run game never really got into a groove. We scored 3 rushing touchdowns, but R.J. Ewell and J.K. Dobbins both averaged under 3.5 yards per carry. Mixon had 7 catches for 116 yards. He was just so good today. Zeke Bowman, 7 for 114. Bowman with one of his best games in his NFL career. Our defense had their best postseason game yet. Again, that doesn't say a whole lot because our defense hasn't really been all that good. 2 sacks for K'Lavon Chaisson. He had the strip sack, and the only interception of the game was by Jesse Bates. Lambo did miss a kick. If he made that kick early in the second quarter, who knows what would have happened. And Volker Gantz was pretty quiet. He only attempted 4 extra points, making all 4 of them. So I guess if there is a positive in today's episode, head coach Eric Bieniemy has been extended by the Jacksonville Jaguars, and deservedly so. So there you go. The Bengals are advancing to the Super Bowl, so now that poses the question, who will they play? The Atlanta Falcons or the New York Giants? Can the Giants win back-to-back NFC titles, or the Atlanta Falcons complete their own Cinderella run after only winning 2 games last year, representing the NFC Conference in the big game? Or will the Giants, who had their Cinderella run last year, if you will, this wouldn't be as much of a Cinderella run for the Giants. And as you can see, New York beats Atlanta by a lot, 35-14. So it's the Giants who will be making the Super Bowl in the NFC. As we take a look here quickly at the numbers. Remember last year, the Giants had Daniel Jones at quarterback. This year, they have Baker Mayfield. Lewis Kahn and Delvin Hines were both quiet for their respective teams, the past 2 number 1 overall picks. But shout out to Lewis Kahn. He's made a Super Bowl in his first 2 NFL years. The Bengals do have a former Westlake player in Volker Gantz, so either Volker or Lewis Kahn will win a championship. That's really cool. Let's take a look at the Pro Bowl rosters here, shall we? DJ Chark makes it for us. We also have Brandon Linder, who would make it as center number 2, and Orlando Brown would make it as well. We did not have any Pro Bowlers on defense, though, which surprises me. C.J. Henderson was absolutely snubbed. I love that John Paul Patterson made it, a former Westlake Hornet. Brian Amaya made it as well, so that's 4 Pro Bowlers, 3 on offense, 1 on special teams. But C.J. Henderson was so good this year. How does he not make the Pro Bowl? That's 2 years in a row that Henderson has been snubbed. As I said earlier, I get that he has not been great in the postseason, but he was outstanding these past 2 years and didn't make the Pro Bowl every year. I don't get it, but keep sleeping. So that'll end today's episode. Next time we will do the offseason preview. We'll go over the Super Bowl. We'll set the stage for the offseason. And then we'll eventually have free agency, the draft, and we'll enter season number 4 in the near future. Hope you guys enjoyed. Certainly not the end of the season we've wanted, but it has still been a great season for our Jaguars. I'm out. Peace.